Welcome back, fellow knights, to another glorious siege battle on Total War Rome 2. Yeah, they're excited. This time the Romans are in a bloody civil war, and they will settle this dispute at the grand city of Alexandria. Now, I don't really like when players pick the same faction as their enemies, because it does get really confusing for replays. So I'll be sure to press K and leave, or not press K, leave the banners on most of the time, not really do any cinematic shots, just so you have a better understanding. I'll still do some, of course, but yeah, it will get a little confusing on who's on whose side. And there's also two Egyptian armies. The best thing, the little tip here, guys, it's pretty obvious, but what you can do is look at the banner. There's blue team, right? And then you got yellow, but the enemy from their perspective all has red, like a red banner around the flag. So look out for that. But yeah, you're going to see a lot of similar factions. So this is like all Rome and Roman vassals, I guess you could say. So we've got two Roman armies attacking and one Egyptian army. And then defending, we have one Egyptian, one Sparta, and another Roman army, which you saw earlier over here, this Roman defensive army. Now, if you didn't notice, the Egyptians sallied out some cav, some light cav. Very interesting play here by not actually going for any of the targets. Instead, he's going to play the patient game, the late game, and wait for them to kind of forget about the Egyptian cav that sallied out at the beginning of the battle. So we'll see what he does here with this this light cav. Now, it's not the greatest cav in the world, but they can definitely run down archers, artillery, even like heavy units from the rear. If they catch them by surprise, they can do some heavy damage, you know, so they got to look out for that. But right away, the battle is right away, the battle's underway. The Romans scaling the walls on the, eastern side of the city from this mini-map's point of view, and there's nobody waiting for them. Absolutely nobody waiting for them. I don't know if this was intentional. I don't know if the defenders are trying to do this here, but if it's part of the strategy. Was that a scorpion? Yes, that is a scorpion. So maybe they are trying to set up some kind of kill zone, some death trap. In this situation, I think it's almost always important to defend walls, but we'll see how this plays out. I'm always open to new strategies and different approaches to strategies, so we'll see if this actually plays out nicely for the Egyptians and the Spartans over on the, the inside of the walls. More and more ladders going to the walls as well. I think he's going to just basically establish camp here, so to speak, set up their forces, and then possibly move up archers. I mean, that's what I would do. I would send the troops on the ground here, put them in a defensive position, and move archers up on the wall to support your infantry, and just see how that plays out. Sparta over here, same thing. Look at this, super defensive in the inner streets. That's really surprising. Now, the person who sent in this replay, he said that these were skilled players. The person that sent it in, he said he was a veteran. So I'm sure we're going to see some very skilled tactics. It's just, I don't know. I'm not saying that this is a noob tactic. It's just a tactic I would not do. I would much rather fight for the walls, use the arrow towers. I mean, not let them take the wall so easily. But he's got some slingers over here. They are focusing down some hastati, which I honestly would be using the ammo trying to take out the cohort. Hastati are, I mean, they're good, but they're a lighter force. Let's go over to the other side. And, wow, we already have some fighting over here. Well, sort of. We've got some Praetorian Guard. Okay, wow, Praetorian Guard already charging into this fight. Again, they're not trying to hold the walls. So the defenders taking a very passive approach to this defense, just letting them take the city, maybe giving them a sense of false security, false confidence. But now the troops over at the gate kind of lined up poorly. I would have committed another there they go. They're sending another unit, it looks like. But yeah, we've got cohort here taking on the Praetorian Guard, which is going to be a very tough matchup for them. And this flank is open, and he is going to take it. We've got more cohort using the Pila right on the flank of the Praetorian. That's the best way to kill these guys, not in close combat, but from a distance. These guys are monsters, and now they're charging in. And you can see how this is going to be a very confusing battle. with all these Romans slaughtering each other. So yeah, Praetorian Guard are surrounded. More troops up on the walls over here. And, oh, archer fire focusing down their arrows on the Triarii, or Triarii, whatever. They're getting focused down. What is this, Syrian archers? Yeah. So, a good move there. And Rome, this Roman defending force, they gave him the walls, but he's not giving them much after that. While over here, they're kind of giving them everything. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, no, they're giving them much more space. They're not trying to defend near the gate. They're hardly... Ooh, oh, okay, so Egyptians are also pushing this way as well on this wall, and no resistance. Zero resistance. In fact, even lighter resistance. Look at all the ground they can cover in here without facing any enemies. I disagree with this tactic because I feel like you're just asking the enemy to use their arrows on you in a very clumped up position. I feel like if you actually tried to defend the walls, the attackers are going to have to use their archers much earlier on, right? So if they use their archers much earlier on, maybe towards the late game, they won't have any more ammo to like, you know, like once you fall back and you go to the inner defenses, they won't have as much ammo to skirmish down your units who are defending the inner parts of the city. I feel like I'm explaining myself very poorly, but yeah, more just like cat and mouse game skirmishing situation going on this side, taking it very slow. Over on this side though, it's pretty chaotic between the Romans. And look, oh my god, there's a breach in the wall, and the Romans here, the attacking Romans, setting in a lot of cav, now going to pull them out here, probably going to set up some infantry, which I would certainly do because they have a good foothold here. Seems like the defenders are kind of sloppy and trying to organize a battle line here, a protective line to defend this breached area. Can they go this way as well? Oh, they can go this way as well, and the Romans, they know about it. That's good. That's good to see them know, you know, map awareness. They're going to send over their cohort here and hopefully block this road off. I would even try to protect this tower. Keep that tower going. I mean, that's why you got to fight for these walls. Those towers are very convenient. Nice flanking charge by the legionary cav. Good hit on the rear of the defenders. And remember, the blue bar around the Roman flags, those are the attackers. Just want to remind you guys, as it is very confusing. We even have the general nearby. Look at this. General trying to keep his men inspired, like, hold, damn you! Hold, you bastards! We will not lose. This will be a painful death for me if we lose this battle. More and more swordsmen coming in. So I definitely think this Roman player is committing this is where he's going to break through. But the Romans are also shifting more units over to that side as well. So a pretty crazy mosh pit of death over here. Now we got artillery firing into the gate. Let's see. The defenders are holding this gate with ease. Gate's always difficult to attack. Very, very difficult. But nice positioning here of, let's see, what are these? The velites, skirmishers. But you got to be careful because they're not protected. They can easily go up these stairs and attack these velites. Oh, that artillery, so close of hitting those guys. Almost killing his own troops. Oh, man. But, oh, are they retreating? What is this? Yeah, he's falling back a bunch of troops. Let's go ahead and go over to the other side and see how this is progressing as well. Nobody's really... Oh, no, they've committed some forces over here. So they're taking on some levy spears. Not a big deal. They should be able to slice through these guys pretty effectively. I think he's just a little afraid of the skirmishers here of the enemy. He's got some thorax swordsmen right behind them, though. That's going to be a much more difficult unit to take on. Oh, my God. Where are those arrows coming from? Is that from... Oh, is that Egyptian arrows? He's got some mercenary archers here. No, they're not firing. I don't know where those arrows are coming from because they are killing a lot of these spears. So if it was the defenders' arrows, they're killing a lot of their own men. Oh, this is cool, though. I love the look here of the reserve force in the Romans. It feels very, like, authentic and realistic. It just looks awesome. It's just... The Romans just look so damn organized, you know? I mean, they are. That's why they're so the war machine, the unstoppable war machine. But it just looks so cool to see players who actually have reserves set up properly and stuff as they fight this this street battle. So very awesome struggle so far. Over here, they are. Looks like they're gonna try to get through these stones and stakes. It seems like they killed a lot of Spartans with arrows, so really softening up their numbers. Back over here, Egypt is kind of taking his time. I mean, just setting up his forces. This is all he has to do here. There is a couple units kind of facing each other off. We got these Carian Axemen, Carian, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but he's got Axemen. Looks like they're pretty light. They don't seem that good, but the Spartans are reorganizing their troops. I would have been pretty aggressive here if I was Egypt, trying to, you know, like, overwhelm the Spartan forces before they could properly set up their defenses on this front. And were these archers the one we saw firing? No, nobody's really firing. Okay, so let's go back over to the Roman struggle, where the defenders hold their ground. Wow, that is really surprising. First off, why does he have so much cav? I feel like 1 or 2 units of cav is good enough for a siege battle. Anything more than that, 3 might be okay, but 4 is kind of just, you're hurting. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry. 5 units of cav, you're just hurting yourself. I think instead of, you know, you perform much better with infantry. And I think that's why this army is really struggling here, is the use of cav. It's just a little too much, also, I don't know if, remember the light cav we saw at the beginning? I don't know if he activated them yet. They still might be over here. We just can't see them. Oh, wait. What's this? Oh, no. They're all the way over here now. And that's why the Romans are moving their cav. I think they're going to try to deal with this Egyptian light cav. So, yeah, he's kind of given up on this assault. That's not good. All these Romans could easily return back over to this battle. This is going to be a tough fight. It's going to be really tough for the Roman attackers on this side because their ally has already been pretty much defeated. So these attackers have an uphill battle coming into this one. But so far, they are doing a great job. They've got their reserves. They're using the archers. They've got them up on the walls. Exactly what you need to do. This looks awesome. Oh, and they're returning fire, though. Oh, man. Oh, man. Did you see that volley? That is juicy. What is that from? Oh, that's why. It's these archers. Oh, and they are breaking them. So that's one of the challenges here. That's, man, that's difficult to watch. That guy was like, who pushed me? Someone trying to push the officer off the wall? Oh, man, that is brutal. I like watching these volleys come in because when you play like 12-12 AD, arrows seem to do nothing. But in Rome 2, arrows are just devastating. He's got more archers though. It's just, man, that's a tough situation. Oh, they're breaking. Oh, very nice play there by the Romans and the Egyptians, double teaming some Spartans. And now we got a charge from the Hastati, surrounding the Spartan hoplites. Never want to get surrounded. Egypt should try to squeeze their unit through here. Try to get behind the hoplites. That's the best way to kill them. And now this flank here for the Egyptian defenders is exposed. They really need to watch that. But I think what we need to see now is the Roman player, the defending Roman player on the other side, to start to shift over some units over to the center part. Because we have 3 of the attacking armies near this area. So, oh boy, these pikes are getting chewed up by some kind of skirmisher. Yeah, we've got the Nubian bowmen kind of poking holes in the hoplite formation. There we go. Nice charge on the flank here of the Royal Spartans. What is he doing with this defense? He probably needs to fall back, reorganize his lines, probably hold right here instead of up here. There's all kinds of gaps in the lines. Sparta really needs to reorganize his troops, but yeah, there's a lot of reserves over here. Lots of Romans who are very wisely marching, not running back. He's got time. He doesn't need to rush them. He does need to watch out for that Roman cav, though. He should probably leave a couple units behind. I would just leave a unit here and a unit at the gate. That's all you need. It's because, you know, Cav cannot use siege towers. And if they can, that would be the most amazing sight ever. But they can't. So you don't have to worry about them scaling the walls. You just got to make sure you protect these breach points. Let's see. We got some Romans over here on the other side. I wonder if they're going to engage some Egyptians who are in reserve. Back over here. Looks like Egypt could probably clean up this space pretty quickly. Over here, this fight against the Spartan hoplites looks like it's going to be over soon, as these hoplites are down to 71 men, and the great teamwork of Egypt and Rome really paying off here. I wonder what's going to happen with Egypt over here. I think they have to just cut their losses and retreat, which it seems like that's exactly what they've done, at least with their archers. They're falling back the mercenary archers. And look at the balance of power. It's in favor of the defenders by a good margin. And that's never good to see as the attacker, especially, I mean, I didn't mention it, but at the beginning, the balance of power, if I'm recalling correctly, was in favor of the attackers. I think since that one Roman army got destroyed pretty quickly, great defense by the defending Romans, it's going to be tough for the attackers to overcome that. It's always difficult when you're the attackers and there's the one player that's attacking alone and his army gets destroyed very quickly. In most cases, whenever you're that army that's kind of away from your teammates in a siege battle, try to go in slowly. Let the larger side, you know, with your teammates over on the other side, let them go in first. Then you kind of move in. That way you're all attacking at the same time, putting pressure on multiple sides of the city. But yeah, this is a pretty tough fight here for these Romans. The Thorax Sword's giving them hell. But this is a big concern over here. This is a huge concern. I think what Egypt, the defending Egyptians, are doing here is that they're using their general to just keep these guys inspired as long as possible. He's basically sacrificing these guys to the death. And they're going to try to kill as many Romans and slow them down as long as possible. Now, he does have the hoplites over here, the spears, but these guys are not going to last. He's got them in this weird, like, square formation, but against Romans, spears are just going to die very quickly. Very, very quickly. But where is the town center exactly? I guess this is the town center? Is that why they're fighting for it? Sometimes it can be hard to... No. Oh, it's right here. Okay, good. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, this is where they're going to fall back. The victorious Romans over here who had troops, they've got their troops now in the town center, but this is going to be brutal, guys. This is going to be a brutal finish for these attackers. I mean, they've really, so far on this side, they're doing a good job, right? The only bad part of their assault was on the other side. So far, they're killing a lot. They're especially doing well over in the streets here. And as soon as these spears are going to, you know, get chopped down, they got to break through here quickly. Like, I would even, can you push through here? Is this a way? Like, I've never really seen this map, so it seems like they kind of can. I would try to get behind here and then maybe catch the general off guard or get behind the swords and help these Romans out. Oh, is he trying to send in fresh units? There we go. Army legionaries. Yeah, he's shifting in and out units. That's cool and all because historically they did that. But like, I feel like in game-wise mechanics, it's hard to remove a unit from frontline combat. Come on, you got to break the spears, man. Break those spears. And there goes the other Roman army with all the cav. They're going to join up with their allies. That's fine. Lots of Romans over here. Look at this. What is he doing with these reserves? So he's about to charge in. He's about to face these Galatian royal guard. So that's good. The defending Roman force here is putting pressure on the attacking Egyptians. I would definitely send up more troops, though. You could easily flank around this guy. Look at this. I mean, you have so many reserves. You can flank around and surround these royal guard, which is a really good unit. And now the Egyptians are just sending up reserves. It's too late now. You can't make a move like that because they're going to be able to defend their flanks. The Egyptians over here still attacking, still taking on the Spartans. We got a little bit of a pike battle, which is really cool. Very cool. And now the Romans are advancing their troops, preparing for the next assault. They have defeated the swordsmen over here. That or they've retreated. The general has definitely retreated to the town center. And the Spartans need to, honestly guys, at this point, the Spartans need to cut their losses. They need to fall back. This looks really sick though. This area, this whole area looks really cool. I wish the pillars were not affecting my camera. Yeah, that looks awesome. Nice little nice relaxing area. I love the Spartans too. The Spartans look amazing. Look at them just like waiting at the tree line. We will hold, even though it's foolish. Fall back, you Spartan idiots. Fall back. Oh my God. Okay, is this Cav? Yeah, Citizen Cav running down Spartan archers. These are the kind of losses you do not want to see. But that's okay. I mean, the defenders are making some big mistakes here, but I feel like, you know, the balance of power is still in favor of them. So they can definitely, it's not over for the defenders. We got some Royal Peltus on the flank. I mean, again, he could easily flank around these guys. There he goes. Maybe he was giving them a little rest. Let's see how this is progressing over here. What is he doing? Why is he sending Romans one at a time like this? Send in your entire force over here. Send it in and go through the gaps. Surround them. Let's see. Now we got a counter charge by the Egyptians. Nice little charge there. Doesn't look very impressive because of the Rome 2 engine, but it's cool enough, I guess. More Romans over here. Egyptians holding this, or I'm sorry, not Egyptians, Spartans holding this choke point. So, it's really tough to say who's going to take this one. You know? It's tough to say who's going to take this one because I've seen a couple mistakes from both teams that seemed pretty costly. But the fact that both of them made mistakes, you know, the attackers going in on that one side was a pretty big mistake. You know, bringing 5 Cav, I don't think was the best play there. But the defenders seem a little sloppy here on their defense. Not really holding the right choke points. And oh my God. Did he just charge his own ally? That's bad. Legionary Cav charging into his own men over here. He didn't kill any of them. Okay. Maybe that's only in Attila, where if you charge into allies. But look at this. The Romans are breaking. Why are they not sending in more units here? They could push right through this gap. They had the numbers, and the fact that they came in at them in waves, it was disaster. And now the Roman general is near the front line. He could risk getting killed here. Arrows flying down, trying to kill the Roman general. Let's see. Oh my God. The Roman general, is he going to make it out alive? Let's see. I think he's out of range, but he lost way too much there. Way too much. No, they broke. They have broken. The Roman general, whether killed or not, he is off the battlefield. Now we have more Cav. Nice. So this is the Cav player again, charging the rear of his own ally. I'm not sure why he did that. I mean, I think if he just like went through the gaps here and then turned around and did some hammer and anvil, much better than just charging the rear of your own ally as they're fighting against Romans. Nice archer positioning here using these Egyptian mercenary archers. Look at this guy with the, he's like, yeah, I just got my dagger. Oh, there we go. But yeah, they're firing at the Romans and softening them up, getting them off the battlefield. More Spartans closing in here. Why is he charging in his Spartans? Now, these are just axemen. They should kill these axemen. But their flank is exposed, yes, to Roman Cav, which we're going to see over here. The Romans are going to charge what's left of some random enemy Roman infantry. I would honestly peel away from this fight and charge the rear of these Spartans, get them off the battlefield quickly. The archers, though, are just cleaning up the infantry. Nice job. Again, guys, That's why you got to take the walls, man. You got to take the walls. But now they're preparing their final stand. The balance of power still in favor of the defenders by a pretty large margin. This is going to be where the battle is most difficult. Oh, wait, what's going on over here? We've got a little fight on the walls? Huh. Interesting. So I guess the Egyptians were trying to sneak over some swordsmen. It's actually not going too poorly. They might be able to kill all these Romans up here. Now, what is that going to lead to? I'm not really sure what he can do with a depleted unit of thorax swords, but he's got some units keeping some of the Roman army distracted. That's something. Oh my god, the Spartan general now fighting. Why did the Spartans not fall back to the town center? That has me a little confused, because to throw away your general, I mean, the Spartans just, they didn't retreat at all. I mean, I guess they're just Spartans. That's what they do. But yeah, I assume they fought here too. Yeah, they fought here. The Romans just cleaned them up. Cleaned them up. Now we got Praetorian Guard. Yep, yeah, this general is now surrounded by Praetorian Guard. This is not going to be good for them. More Romans. These are defending Romans. Or, yeah, defending Romans coming over. How did these guys survive? Man, there's a lot going on in this battle. There we go. Spartans have been defeated. They defeated the Romans over here. Now, the Egyptians lost some good troops here. They lost some good numbers of forces. So, yeah, this is going to be tough. Look at that balance of power. This final assault is going to be very difficult. Look at the cav charge. This Roman player, he's got Praetorian cav now. He wants some revenge for that beginning assault from that side. I'm glad to see that he's using his cav very effectively here, because he needs to help out his team. Now we have Romans charging in. This is it, guys. The beginning of the final assault is about to begin as the Romans clash against the Triarii. Triarii! Yeah, that's exactly how they sound. Back over here, I'm not sure. Just some artillery. We got a general. Nothing really important. Yeah, I mean, in terms of armies, we've got mostly the Roman army that started here. We do have some decent Egyptian forces left, mostly archers. But this is going to be a very challenging assault. Here comes another unit of reserve legionary cohort joining this front. Very gruesome fight. Here comes some mercenaries from the defending forces. What is this? Yeah, Egypt. Very good. Royal Guard here. What are they doing? Yeah, they're reorganizing. The Romans actually gave up on that assault. I definitely think they should try to spread out some of their men. Maybe send some men over here. I don't know, guys. I mean, the defenders, they've got pikes left. They got 2 pikes holding here. Oh, here we go. The Romans are going back in. I think once you put them in, you just kind of have to leave them. I think that's the best way to get the most out of them. There we go. Charge of the Romans. Oh, someone just got flipped over their shield. Why is he retreating? Don't do that. I mean, your back is turned to the enemy archers and javelins. Look at that. Oh. Oh. I think he just has to full on engage here. Just take him on. We do have the Egyptian general over here. What is he doing? I think he's trying to get a sneaky cav charge. I think he realizes that he's been spotted, so he's going to pull out of there and not do anything reckless, because he does have a lot of men left in the fight, and if the general dies, that would be disaster. More and more Romans going into the center, defending Romans going into the center. They're just kind of taking their time here. Let's see, are they still fighting the Egyptians up here? No, they defeated the thorax swords over in this corner. Look at this guy. He's like, ah, damn it. You got us. But yeah, they're just kind of holding up here. I guess they're trying to tire out the enemy. Maybe they're trying to get the enemy to use up his archer ammo. That's a possibility. It doesn't seem like they're firing those, so they're not going to play that game. But yeah, they're just kind of sitting here. Let's see, what do we got waiting for? Oh, we got some Pila. Fire. Ooh, nice. Good fire right at the flank of these cohort. who are kind of lining up against the Axemen. Now we got archers moving into position. Lots of archers moving into position. Opening fire in these Royal Guard. So nobody really wants to commit here. But the Royal Guard, they're like, you know what? I've had enough of this. He's going to charge in and embrace these Romans. This Royal Guard unit will certainly do well. But the Romans, the defending Romans have to back them up. There they go. He's got his cohort taking on the Axemen. More Romans coming in this way. These are the attacking Romans. Cav, once again, running over his own men. Charging the rear of his own men. His own allies. We got the rest in Testudo. I think they're under fire by the Egyptian mercenary archers. It's a pretty cool standoff, though. Like, this is really cool. Look at, he's got his reserves moving up. Charge, man. See who's breaking. Oh, man. Lots of breaking from Egypt. Lots and lots of breaking from Egypt. See, he probably should get his general nearby. Keep the morale up. I think that's the general for the Roman Cav player. But still, you should keep him nearby. You never know. It could change the game. But we got a gruesome, thick battle line for this town center. It's all settled right here. This is pretty badass. This is a pretty good ending. I'm really enjoying this. We got more Romans coming this way. But they're pikes. You know what they should do? Get some archers over here. Let's see, does he have archers left? Let's see, I don't see. Ooh, his general's getting focused. Yeah, that's his general getting focused down by enemy archers. That might be why the other player's not bringing up his archers. But yeah, I think he's out of archer ammo. So that's too bad because he could have really softened up these pikes. Could have gotten them off the battlefield. But the defenders might have to send up more reinforcements here. More reinforcements. Praetorian Cav. They might be looking for another way in. That's what I would be doing. Especially if you're this army where you basically your entire army's just Cav. I would be like trying to micro like crazy and look for ways to get into this defense. Though it looks like it's pretty well defended on all sides. Here we go. Fresh troops coming in. Arming legionaries. 2 units of armored legionaries. Oh man, the balance of power is not looking good though. As every minute passes, it becomes more and more in favor of the defenders. Charge! Oh, you see the guy get flipped over his shield? That's awesome. Man, a tough fight. A tough fight. Oh my god, the Pila into a very small target. Breaking some of the Egyptians. Warriors of Egypt! More and more forces. Look at this. They might actually make a push here through the Royal Guard. But there's plenty waiting for them. Look at this. Let's get a bird's eye view here of the struggle. Look at this fight. I love it when it comes down to like a choke point that isn't super small. Something like wide like this. So you got this like really compact battle line. It's really awesome. There we go. Oh, wait. Do they have? No. Archers. Take out these pikes. Focus down the pikes. Could you imagine if he was able to sneak just 1 unit in here? It could be the world of difference. It could be a lot. All right. Surprised he's not using his archers to take out those pikes. Yeah, this is chaos. It's now Romans versus Romans. Hard to tell what's going on here. Very hard to tell. Egyptians Wait, are those attacking Egypt? No, those are defending Egyptians. They've got their archers. I guess they're out of ammo. He's just kind of using them as like a speed bump against the enemy in case the Romans try to flank around. All right, he's got Praetorian Guard now. 3 chevrons on these guys. 3 chevrons. That's insane. That is crazy fun. Look at all those banners, guys. Look at that. Oh my god. I mean, it's come to this point where if you want to break through this defense... Oh no, they're setting up pikemen. Where's the cav, though? Ah, the cav is getting scared off by the Egyptian general. That is very bad news. And, I mean, the Praetorian Guard's going to have a tough time against these pikes. It's just 2 forces that do not want to stop. Here we go. Now they're moving up. Pikes want to end this battle. The defenders want to end this battle. They're sick of fighting. They walk over the dead. They form their pike wall. The Romans are retreating for some reason. Maybe to give them a rest. And the general is still chasing down this cav. Oh, but the Roman general is going to come and help him. Let's see if they can help him out. This could be huge if they can kill the Egyptian general. That might cause a big rout. Though, I don't know if they have enough. Let's see. Oh, no, they're already breaking. Yeah, no, they're going to get destroyed. This Egyptian general cav is so good compared to the Romans. The Roman cav. Oh, did they sneak in here? They get behind the pikes? That's pretty good, but they don't really have an answer for the pikes. I think the attacking Roman army you see here probably should have taken his, he should have been more cautious with his ammo. And he's going to try, look at this, he's going to try to get around the pikes. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Let's see. He's going to try. Might. Yeah, there he goes. That's not a terrible idea. I don't know why he's not adjusting his pikes. But, Praetorian, you just got to fight now. Stand your ground. And now, yeah, the Roman general getting destroyed. I think that's going to be the last of that Roman army. Here's this Roman general trying to do the best he can. Trying to do the best he can. Look at the Praetorian, though. Really oh, man, putting a dent into this army. And now the pikes' backs are exposed. Oh, and the elephants. We forgot about the Roman elephants. I don't know if we forgot. I don't know if I even showed you the elephants, guys. What are these? Wait, they're defending elephants? I didn't even know they had elephants. And then suddenly elephants. And all was lost. Holy crap. I thought that was the Roman elephants. Which they did have elephants. I'm not sure what happened to them. But that's it. That's over. All they have now is Praetorian Guard who are slicing their way through. Sure, they're doing some damage, but over time they will be crushed. And I cannot believe the defenders won this one. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, sure, you could say like they did a pretty good job attacking or defending here, but it was really sloppy. And then like Sparta was in a lot of bad positions that I thought the attackers were gonna take this one without a doubt. But no, this is gonna be a solid defensive victory here. As the elephants go in for the final kill, the Praetorian Guard are starting to waver. I mean, even the Praetorian Guard waver when they're surrounded and they're getting crushed by elephants. And the last general is, yeah, he's running. He's getting the hell out of here. They're done. Oh, well, actually, they recovered, but they won't last long. They will not last long. So, yeah, I mean, there is a lot of mistakes in this battle from both sides, but I think the defenders were just able to take this one. Yeah, I think over here, I mean, like this situation here, like the defenders were way out of position. Look at these Roman soldiers defeated, getting out of here. But yeah, I just feel like they could have done a little bit more, the attackers, like on this side. I think they could have used this flank here a little bit better to overwhelm the defenders. But man, costly enemy victory. It's going to end the replay and look at the results here. So this was sent in by Captain Doge. Thank you so much, or Dodge, for the battle replay. This was a lot of fun. I do want to note though that most of the time I do not show replays when there's factions on the same factions on the enemy team, just because it's really confusing. But I thought it'd be cool to kind of have a Roman civil war. But in most cases, guys, just for like replay submission guidelines, I will not do the replay if there's the same faction, just because, like I said, it's confusing. But here's the Egyptian kills. This is the Roman player who probably took way too much cav. You can see that he didn't really, the most kills was Praetorian Guard 65. He only got 512 kills, and I think that was the biggest thing for this team. Not trying to be mean on the player or anything like that. I mean, it happens. I've been there before many times. But I feel like that put a really, like, that made this an uphill battle for the attackers. Here's the other Roman player who did pretty decent. No kills with his elephant. That's another big loss there. That's so expensive that getting no kills really, you know, I don't know what happened to his elephant. I assume he got shot up by archers or something, but we didn't see it in the battle. And here's the defending Egyptians. The Roman defenders, oh my god, going, oh my god, look at that army. That's a good army. He did not bring a lot of archers. Could he kind of use that against him? But jeez, that's an elite force. And then over here we have the Spartans, who I feel like the Spartans, again, when the Spartans were kind of losing there at the beginning, I thought the attackers had that one, but no, it's a defending victory, which you guys I'm sure will appreciate. But again, thank you for the battle replay. Thank you to all the players who were playing in this battle. It was a lot of fun. And thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate it. So I will see you next time on the battlefield.